Hey guys, my name is Andreas. I'm one of the people who built Breakout AI and designed the full training area behind it. This is not a hype video. This is not a get rich quick pitch. If you're searching for a Breakout AI review, you probably want to know, is it legit? How does it actually work? What are the risks? And is it something that a beginner can realistically use? I'm going to explain all of that in simple terms, and I'll also tell you who this is not for. If by the end of this video you decide that Breakout AI is something for you, I have put my link in the description below, and I'm going to explain later in this video why it's a benefit for you to buy it from my link. So let's start with a review. This is the sales page of Breakout AI. Let's go through some of the claims and the benefits that they point out on this page. So, the only passive income system that makes more money when you ignore it. Generate 3,000 to 8,000 per month in passive income using other people's money. While my breakout extraction AI does 100% of the work for you, even while you do nothing, travel, or binge Netflix. They also claim I gave this system to my 65-year-old tech challenge dad as my first test subject. He made $25,828 without understanding a single thing about how it works. So let's look at some other stuff on this sales page. They have a 90-day money back guarantee. It's a 30-minute setup, zero experience needed. It works better when you ignore it. So if we scroll down, they make some comparisons here with traditional passive income and make money online methods. So for traditional passive income, if you want to make $5,000 per month from dividends, you need $1.2 million invested. And most people don't have that lying around. So they do have a fair point here. And other make money online methods such as drop shipping, affiliate marketing, AI agencies, they can work, but they do require 40 to 60 hours per week, which is also a good point. All these things they work, but they are pretty hard. They require a lot of hours, and it's not a guarantee that they even work. So that's true. Let's continue down through the sales page and see what we have. Set and forget income system that works better when you ignore it. Here they point out some benefits. Use other people's money. And by that, they are referring to prop firms. So you don't need $100,000 in savings. You can actually get access to $100 to $200,000 in capital that isn't yours. And if you make profit on that amount, you will keep 75 to 90% of the profits that you generate with Breakout AI. And if you lose, you don't have to cover it. They cover the losses, not you. So I'm going to explain a little bit more about prop firms in a little bit. It says AI does all the work. So there's no learning, no skills, no experience needed. The AI watches the market 24/7, finds opportunities, and acts automatically. You just turn it on and walk away. And just some more stuff about how it works better when you ignore it. So let's keep reviewing the sales page for some relevant information, some testimonials. Here they explain how Breakout AI makes you money in 3 steps. So, step one, get access to free capital with prop firms. This is not actually free. You have to pay a small fee, which they also mention here, of 3 to 500 to either take a prop firm challenge or to get instant funding. That's something we're going to talk more about soon. And you get to keep 75 to 90% of any profits, and they cover any losses. So the only thing you can lose, the worst case scenario, is the fee that you pay to the firm. Then the setup process, 30 minutes, get paid every week. I know some firms pay weekly, some pay bi-weekly, so it might be every 2 weeks. So it really depends. Okay, so here's some more results, more testimonials from the testers. And here's the interesting part about the system performance. So it has a win rate of 76%, which is very high. It has a max drawdown of 21%. It has an average monthly return of 6% and a 5 year historical return of over 2,000%, which is really incredible. And just to mention that these stats here are based on a 1% risk per trade. This is something that you're going to adjust depending on if you trade with prop firms, if you trade on a challenge, if you trade a funded account, or if you trade on a personal account. So they all have different risk profiles. All right, so let's talk more about prop firms. There are two different type of prop firms. There's the traditional prop firm that is usually a two-step challenge. Sometimes they have one step, but basically you have to prove yourself that you can pass a challenge before you get funded. And then you have instant funding firms where you just pay a fee, typically a little bit more expensive, but you get access to the capital straight away and you can make profit from the get-go. So here's an example of a traditional prop firm. This is called FTMO. They have been around since 2015, so they are very reputable. And let's look at the accounts that they have. So they have something called a challenge where you have to pass either a two-step or a one-step challenge. So let's say that you go with a $200,000 account. This actually costs like 1,000 uh, euros, 1,080. Um, so with these two-step accounts, you have to pass two phases before you get funded. So you pay the fee, which is also refundable when you pass and get paid. So you get this money back after. But you have to pass phase one. You have to make 10% profit. Then you have to pass phase two. You have to make 5% profit with a max daily loss of 5% and a max loss of 10%. So after you pass these phases, you will get access to this capital. And that's when you start making money with Breakout AI. So let's just run some numbers quick because they claim you can make $3,000 to $8,000 per month. Let me pull up my calculator. So let's say you have a $200,000 account, and they say that the average monthly return is 6%, but this is based on 1% risk. And you don't want to risk that much on a prop firm because you have the max loss limit of 10%. So let's say that you risk one third of this, so like 0.35% risk, then you're going to make an average of 2% per month. So let's say that you have a $200,000 account, 200,000, and you make 2%. So times 0.02, that is $4,000, and you get paid up to 90%. So let's say times zero point 0.9. So just with one $200,000 account, you can get approximately $3,500 per month, which is about what they claim on the sales page just with one of these accounts. Let's also talk about some instant funding firms. This one is called Lucid Trading. It's actually a futures firm, but you can copy trade Breakout AI from the traditional MT5 platform to futures as well. And they offer something called instant funding. So they have Lucid Direct, which costs $588 for a 150K account. The caveat to these accounts is that they have a bit tighter max loss limits, so you have to use a lower risk. Um, so let's say that you buy a instant funded account, you make profit from day one, pretty much, but you have to risk lower. So we typically recommend around 0.25% risk per trade if you trade on a instant funded account. So you have a $150,000 and you risk 0.25%. That means you make around 1.5% per month. So times 0.05. That means that you would earn approximately $2,250 per month from one of these 150K direct accounts. And something to keep in mind is that you can have several of these. So you can stack up and have, like, let's say you have three 150K accounts, then you would make this times three. So you pay approximately 600 times three, $1,800, and you would earn approximately 6,700 per month on average. So this can fluctuate. Like one month you can make less than this. Maybe you make only 3,000. The next month maybe you make 10,000. Like it's not a guarantee that you make this exact number per month, but that's the basis of prop firms. Now let's head over to the members area so you can see what it's actually going to look like after you made your purchase. So the first section is welcome and orientation, with the first module being welcome to Breakout AI. It consists of a short introduction video from Jonas, where he just goes over the structure and layout of the members area and the training modules, and tells you what to expect. You're also going to be prompted to join the official Breakout AI updates channel on Telegram. And this is where we post important information such as new EA versions and new expiration updates. We also post risk model changes if there are any. We post weekly performance summaries. So every week we show you exactly how our live account has been performing in the real markets, and important usage notices. So let's take a look at some of the training. First, you have a risk acknowledgement. It's just a short page to confirm that you understand the risks of using the Breakout AI system. Then you have something called Done for You information and setup. And this is completely optional. This is not something that you need, but if you're not very tech savvy and you need someone to hold your hand and set it up for you, then we have this option. So since you're watching this video on my channel, I'm actually going to include this for free to you if you purchase through my link in the description. And this is a $497 value. Um, you have Breakout AI done for you here, $497. So that's my bonus to you if you buy through my link. If you decide to purchase Breakout AI after watching this review, just reach out to me and I will help you completely for free. You don't need to purchase this, it's a free bonus. But let's get on with the review and the members area. So, the setup section, you have how to use the training, It just tells you in which order to go through these videos and instructions and what not to do. Very basic stuff. Then you have the VPS setup, just a short video showing you how to get your VPS, because this is where we run the Breakout AI system. It's very important that you run it on a VPS, which is a virtual computer that runs in the cloud. So it's always going to stay up 24/7, um, allowing Breakout AI to operate smoothly without interruptions. Um, so that's very important. Next, we have how to open a demo account. We always recommend that you start testing Breakout AI with a demo account for at least a week to get familiar with how it works, what kind of trades it takes. Make sure that your setup is right before you proceed to live capital and prop firms. Next, we have the actual download section. So this is where you download the software, which we show you exactly how to do in the next module, the EA installation and inputs guide. In here, we walk you through exactly how to set up the bot step by step, everything from how to go into your VPS, download the files, how to open up MetaTrader, and start the bot. Next, we have something called confirm it's running correctly. Just a short checklist to make sure everything is set up correctly. Next, we have the demo phase and risk selection. So it's just some rules for the demo account, what to expect, and basically make sure that you are ready to proceed to a live account. And this is also very important, the risk mode selector guide. Here we tell you exactly what risk to use on different accounts. So we have the official risk levels. So depending if you are on a demo account, a personal account, or if you are on a prop challenge, and if you are on a funded or instant funded account, we also tell you exactly what risk to use per trade, so you never risk blowing your funded account. All right, then we have the capital and going live section. Here we have some training on different options that you can use Breakout AI for. There are several options. You can run it on a personal account. You can run it on a prop firm account. Um, we actually recommend a combination of both. So there's a smaller startup cost to prop accounts. So once you made some money from prop accounts, we recommend that you take some of that profit and put into a live account so that you can compound your capital faster. And if you have large capital upfront, you can definitely start with a personal account as well. There are pros and cons to both, which we go over in depth in this guide. We also show you the compounding advantage if you are running a personal account and how it can grow. Uh, we even have a calculator down here that shows you what to expect, just for illustration purposes. So let's say that you have a starting balance of $10,000 and you have an average return of 7% per month, which is pretty much what we've been seeing with Breakout AI for a long, long time. And if you hit calculate growth, you're going to see that after 3 months, your account is expected to be approximately $12,200. After 6 months, your 10,000 is going to be 15,000. So that's already 50% after 6 months. And after 12 months, your account's going to be approximately $22,000, which is over 100% return in 1 year. Then we have some sections with broker recommendations. We have for non US clients, we have some recommendations on brokers. We have recommendations for US citizens as well. There are a few options. as well as futures trading. If you are a US citizen, it might be more viable to go with a futures account. And Breakout AI works for futures as well. You're just going to use a copy trader, which we also show you how to use. And then the last section is just help and troubleshooting. And that's it for the members area. Now let's take a look at the actual live performance and some backtest history as well. So on this page, we are tracking a 1K live account with IC Trading. It's running the Breakout AI Expert Advisor with default settings with 2% risk on gold and 1% risk on NASDAQ. Again, this is a real live account trading in the real markets. It's not a demo account. So let's take a look at some of the stats. We made an absolute gain of 28.45%. Net P&L is plus $280. The periodic returns is the daily 0.83%, weekly 4.14%, and monthly it's making an average of 12.94%. The max balance drawdown so far is 9.16%. We can take a look at the win rate. It's 74.9%. And this is actually very close to the number on the sales page, where they claim here 76% win rate. So it's a great sign that we see the same kind of stats in the live markets. We have a profit factor of 1.39. The average trade duration is only about 4 minutes, which tells us that it doesn't hold trades for very long. It gets in the market quick, then takes the profit and close the trade. If we take a look at the yearly performance so far, we can see that we started with January being a losing month. We lost 2.4%, but then in February it made 13.7%. And so far in March, it's only March 20, we are up 13.8%. Let's head over to the VPS so I can show you what the bot looks like and how it operates. So here we have the same live account that I just showed you the stats for. It's currently sitting at a balance of $1,268. It has 4 open trades. It's pending orders. You can actually see the orders on the chart, where you can see that here we have a sell stop order with a stop loss and a take profit, as well as a buy stop order with a stop loss and take profit. And this also tells us that this bot does not use any risky strategies such as grid trading or martingale, where bots are just adding more positions when it goes into drawdown, and they typically end up blowing the full account. This bot does not use any risky strategies like that. It just used a fixed risk per trade, and that's very safe for your account long term. So the way you install the bot is also very simple. You just drag the file from the navigator here onto the chart and release it. Then it's going to pop up with the inputs window. And we also made this very simple for you. You just pick your instrument and risk below, and that's it. So here on the gold chart, you drag the bot to the gold chart, and then you pick gold in the list here for the presets, and it's gonna give you the correct settings automatically. All you have to do is change your risk percent per trade. So here you decide how much you want to risk per trade. Just follow the guidelines that we have in the members area. For example, if you are on a funded account, you would only risk like 0.25, 0.3%. If you are on a personal account, you can risk 1 or 2%. That's perfectly fine. Trade management, we have an entry randomizer. So this is very useful if you are trade prop firms and you want to have unique trades. You just turn this on and you're going to have unique entries, unique stop losses, and unique take profits for every single trade. And also, if you trade prop firms, maybe they have some rules that you cannot hold trades overnight. Then you can turn this on and it will close all trades at a certain time. We also have a drawdown protection option. So if you have um, a daily max loss limit set by your prop firm, usually you have like 5% max loss limit per day. Then you would set this to something like 4%. And then the bot would automatically stop trading, close all trades, and wait till the next day if you hit that max loss limit. We also have a news filter. We recommend that you just keep this to default and filter for the major news. But if you do want to filter for all high impact news, you have that option too. That's all you have to do. Then press OK, and then the bot should be active and trading in the markets. We can take a look at some of the history if you want to see the profits and losses. We can see all the blue here is profit trades, and the red ones are the losses. So it does take some losses here and there, but the majority of the trades are profits. Uh, Now let me show you a quick back test of the EA. So in MetaTrader 5, which is the platform that we trade on, we can also backtest the bot so we can see the historical performance. So I'm just going to run this from the beginning of 2025 until today, which is March 2026. So like a year and 3 months almost. And I do this with every tick based on real ticks. And in the inputs, we just pick the default settings. So gold with 1% risk per trade. And this is based on a $10,000 account balance. So I'm just going to hit start and we can see how the bot actually performed historically. So here it starts at 2025 and we can see the balance and equity curve as it grows or takes some losses. We can see here it takes a few losses, then it recovers and keeps going up. You can see that right here it has a bit of a losing streak where it takes some losses from early March all the way until the end of March last year. It made a loss. So there are certainly losing periods, which is perfectly normal for any legitimate trading system. It's not going to win every single day or every single month. You are going to see losses as well, but if you have a good risk per trade, then you will not blow your account. You will survive these losing periods and you will come out profitable as the system keeps recovering. So it's just going to take like 30 more seconds until this test is finished. But we can clearly see that it's very upwards trending graph so far. And this is about 1 year into the test. And remember, it started at a $10,000 balance, just risking 1% per trade. Here, again, we can see that it has a losing period. And this is actually in January this year, where we also made some losses with the real live account. So it's matching very well with the real data that we're also seeing on the live account. So the test has finished and we can take a look at the backtest history results. Started with 10,000 and the total net profit was $33,000. Um, you can take a look at the profit trades. It actually had a win rate of 82.93%, which is even better than the claims. And the max consecutive losses is 4 losses in a row. You can also see it's making profits every single day of the week on average. And some months are more active than others, and some months are more profitable than others as well. So to summarize, is Breakout AI legit? Who is it for and who is it not for? As far as the trading system goes, I would say it's a completely legitimate and real strategy. It does have losing periods, but they also mention this on the sales page that the system doesn't win every time, nothing does. This is very true. You will experience losing periods. There might be a losing month, but if you look at the results over time at the end of each year, you will come out profitable. It's just about using the right risk and the right approach. Also, for transparency, you do need some capital to get this going, even after you purchase this, because you will either run this on a personal account where you need some money, or you can go the route with prop firms, which they talk about a lot in the sales page. And for that, you would need probably at least $500 to $1,000 to invest into a prop firm challenge or an instant funded account. So just be prepared that you're going to need some additional capital. And it's all about managing your expectations. It's totally possible to make $3,000 to $8,000 per month, but it's probably going to take you um, 1 or 2 months at least before you start seeing some money come in, and then you can scale up over time. Um, and that's what we recommend you as well in the training. Now, if you feel like Breakout AI is something for you and you want the free done for you setup, then I would appreciate if you use the link in my description and then just reach out to me and I will help you get it set up. I hope you enjoyed this review and hopefully we'll see you on the inside.